This video will show an operator performing a walk-around inspection. It will also show and explain the normal control configuration to operate this machine. Finally, you will see the automatic operating functions of this machine and see how they can be used to enhance machine operation. A decal is placed inside the battery compartment door for quick reference to Komatsu Dresser Company's recommended maintenance. Other decals are installed on the machine to inform the operator of dangerous situations. Detailed maintenance information can be found in the operation and maintenance manual for your machine. The coolant recovery tank is revealed by opening the access door behind the cab. The level should be between the high and low marks. After making sure the level is correct, close the door and move down to check the left final drive sprocket for loose bolts and fluid leaks around the case joints. Check the carrier rollers for fluid leakage and look for loose track pads. Examine both sides of the left front idler for leakage around the axle shaft. Inspect the boom cylinders for leakage at the packing or damaged chrome on the rods. Check the boom and arm for cracking and check the arm cylinder for leaks. Check the implement linkages for loose or lost hardware, damage, or wear. Pay careful attention to the wear areas of the bucket. Inspect the teeth for wear and looseness on the shank and be sure the retainers are in the teeth. Check the right side of the implement linkages for lost hardware, damage, and wear. Look for damage or cracking on the arm and boom while moving toward the machine. Examine both sides of the right front idler for fluid leakage around the shaft. Check for loose track pads, fluid leakage from the carrier rollers, and for loose bolts or fluid leakage on the right final drive. The hydraulic tank level sight gauge is inside the pump compartment. The level is checked with the arm extended and the bucket in the dump position, resting on the ground level with the machine. To add oil to the system, remove the sheet metal over the hydraulic tank for access to the fill cap. The system is designed to build pressure in the tank. Open the cap slowly to vent any pressure built up before completely removing the cap. After taking care of the hydraulic oil level and replacing the cap and sheet metal, move behind the machine and look under the house for any damage or leakage. After checking the machine at ground level, climb onto the house at the right front corner. Some operators like to check the battery connections before moving up onto the house. Although there is a fuel tank gauge in the cab, many operators still check the level by opening the cap and looking into the tank. After replacing the fuel cap, move over and open the engine compartment door to check the engine oil level. The engine oil should be checked with the engine stopped and the oil cold. Also check for fuel, coolant, or engine oil leaks before closing the engine compartment door. Check behind the boom for hydraulic oil leaks. If all the levels are satisfactory, we can climb off the house. Now we can enter the cab for startup. Before turning the key on, make sure the safety lock lever is in the lock position and the throttle dial is in the idle position. All the functions on the monitor panel will light up for about 3 seconds and then go out. The alarm buzzer will sound for 1 second. The fuel level and the coolant temperature gauges will stay on. The engine oil pressure alarm and the alternator alarm may sound for a few seconds and then go out. After letting the engine warm up for at least 5 minutes with no load, shift the mode selector to the HO mode. Komatsu recommends warming the hydraulic oil by alternately holding the arm and bucket over relief 30 seconds at a time for 5 minutes. To review, the machine has been checked for damage. All fluid levels have been checked and filled. The engine and hydraulics have been warmed up. After the operator buckles his seatbelt and adjusts it snug, the machine is ready to be operated safely. The safety lock lever will have to be moved to the down position to operate the machine. Always move the lever to the lock position before leaving the cab. The standard configuration for all Komatsu excavators uses 2 pedals and 2 control handles to operate all the work functions. The right side handle controls the boom. Pulling the handle back picks up the boom. Moving the handle forward sets the boom down. Moving the right control handle to the operator's left makes the bucket curl under. Moving the handle to the right makes the bucket dump. The left side control handle operates the arm. Moving the handle to the rear makes the arm move toward the cab. Moving the handle forward moves the arm away from the cab. The left side handle also controls the swing. Move the handle to the right and the house turns to the right. Move the handle to the left and the house turns to the left. The pedals control each track. Moving the pedals toward the front of the cab will make the tracks rotate to move the machine away from the final drives. Moving the pedals toward the operator makes the tracks rotate to move the machine toward the final drives. The -6 excavator has 3 travel speeds. They can be shifted simply by pushing the appropriate button. In addition, the machine will automatically shift between speeds to increase the efficiency of the engine and hydraulics. Five working modes are provided to optimize the machine performance for all working conditions. Each mode has its own setting for engine RPM and pump horsepower draw. LO will give the slowest engine speed and the most control. HO has the highest engine speed and pump output. The GO mode will automatically set when the engine is started. The BO mode has been added to the -6 line for hydraulic hammer and compactor use. When auto decel is on, the engine speed will be dropped about 100 RPM whenever all the control handles are set to neutral for more than 1 second. If the functions are left in neutral for more than 4 seconds, the engine speed will drop to about 1400 RPM. This function can be canceled by pushing the button marked auto decel. The Power Max function can be turned on by pushing the button on the left control handle. This will give the machine more speed and lifting power. The computer will automatically cancel this function after about 8.5 seconds. Power Max is not available in the BO mode. Push the button on the monitor panel to shift to the speed down function. Now when the left button is pushed, the engine speed is reduced to the LO mode. The house will not rotate when the swing brake is set. Operating the swing with the brake set is another way to warm the hydraulic coil. When the swing is in the normal mode, the boom will raise faster than the house will turn. When the swing Excel mode is turned on, the house will turn faster than the boom will rise. If a problem occurs in the electronic system, a fault code will be displayed in place of the time clock. These codes will be E02, E03, and E05. Information about what to do when these codes are displayed will be found in your operation and maintenance manual. We have shown you a basic walk-around inspection. We have also shown you some of the features that make this machine more efficient and easier to operate. If you have more questions about operating, maintaining, or repairing this machine, please contact your Komatsu dealer.